Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hey Pile One, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading, tapping into your person's energy and channeling through their honest, true, real thoughts and feelings towards you right now. This is one of those readings I do on a weekly basis, so you guys know the deal. This is a general reading. Whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't quite landing right, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, and I've actually added more $25 readings. So go see which ones fit your needs, okay? Let's see, pile one you guys were drawn to. This is a shell, but a really pretty shell, spiral shell. We got endless possibilities, and I just heard something with the shell because of the way it's this. There's a swirl there, like it goes around, like it's spiral, right? There could be something about this connection that seems to go in cycles. Okay. I'm hearing something about needing to close the loop, or maybe things are always open-ended in this connection. Let's see what endless possibilities has to say. The number 38 could be significant. The number 11 or the number 2. Endless possibilities. All right, it says, key concepts are unlimited potential, moving beyond limiting beliefs and the filter of an unhealed past. Using your awareness to discern what is possible and having the courage to leap beyond even that. It says you look at the world through the lens of your life experiences, personality, and conditioning. That filter determines whether you believe in an abundant universe of endless possibilities or various degrees of limitation and a finite range of options. When your expectations, unconscious or otherwise, are based on lack, it's difficult to see what is truly available to you. Ask yourself what you believe. Are there limitless potential outcomes to align your energy with? Do you know intuitively that there is more to life than meets the eye? And are you willing to act on that knowledge? As you believe, so will it be for you, as your energy will attract its match in the outer world. Conditions meet expectations. Either your world remains the way it is in various forms, yet essentially unchanging, or you become more. Everything shifts as you open yourself up to a greater version of you and a more meaningful life, discovering opportunities that better reflect your true self. This is the nature of your dynamic relationship with the divine. Today, stand with open arms, knowing that you are stepping into beauty, into experiences that are potent, transformative. You are walking past the line that you and others drew long ago, leaping over what was and toward what will be. You are more than you were. Now, what is it that you want? The treasure is yours. You just need to believe it. Okay, so we're going to see which way this is going in, because what I'm getting is your person is the way they're viewing you, like their overall energy towards you, there's some kind of a lens. So I don't know if that lens is like rose-colored glasses, right? Or if that lens is more along the lines of like they're seeing you or looking at you or viewing this connection through the lens of their shadow. We'll see. Okay, what is going on? What is going on here? Pile one's person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one. Real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one. One more shuffle. No, that's it. Okay. Pile one's person. Honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one at this time. Trust issues, yeah. Okay. Way to open up a reading. Let's get a few more. Pile one's person's honest, true thoughts and feelings. I'm feeling on top of the world. All right, we got still battling addiction and inner demons, amazing chemistry. Someone's trust issues, though. There's something about trust issues. Let's get one more. I am going to say that your person can see the potential of this connection, but there's definitely some wrenches getting thrown in the mix here, okay? And then here we have, I'm waiting for the right time, and then on the other side of that it says I don't know what to do or what to say. Both of those are relevant here because of the way the card came out. It didn't come out favoring, well, I mean, I can't say that. It does come out talking about I'm waiting for the right time. We'll see what that's talking about, though. Okay, so out on the board we have trust issues. That's what your person is opening the reading up with. So we'll see if they're talking about like mutual trust issues. If it's trust issues on their side, we'll see what's going on here. But trust issues are coloring, okay, your person's thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection. Whether they're pointing at you and your trust issues or their trust issues or both, all right? We also have I'm feeling on top of the world. So your person is not feeling depressed, okay? They're not feeling in any kind of a funk. We also have still battling addiction. That might be why. We'll see what's going on here. This is still battling addiction and inner demons. It doesn't have to be an actual addiction. That is indicated here, though, for those of you where that resonates, okay? For others of you, it could just be talking about what is coloring your person's view of you in this connection are their own inner demons, okay? Or someone's inner demons is kind of getting in the way of how someone is perceiving this connection. For many of you, it's your person. It's your person's self-limiting beliefs. It's their addiction. It's their tendency to self-sabotage. It's their, wounded ego, abandonment wounds, attachment issues, all that stuff. We also have amazing chemistry. So your person is, wanting to acknowledge that yes, the two of you have amazing chemistry together. Your person is always checking your social media, okay? And then closing the reading, let's see. Oh, we have remembering, focusing on the bad times at the bottom of the deck. So not the strongest of energy. That's the lens that they're seeing things through. Okay. Your person could be what is known as like a Debbie Downer or a negative Nancy or a negative Nick. They could just naturally be pessimistic, and that's the lens that they pretty much view everything through. Let's see, and then again we have I'm waiting for the right time and I don't know what to do or what to say. So communication between the two of you, there may be no communication may be stalling. And this, you know, being drawn to this circular shell here with that spiral in the middle, it's just, that could be your person spiraling too. They could be manic. That is, what do they call that? They could be bipolar, where one minute they're feeling on top of the world, and then the next minute, you know, they're down in the dumps. You know, right now, if that's the case, either way, right now, regardless of what their natural inclinations are, your person is in higher spirits right now at the time of, you know, watching this video. Tell me about trust issues. Are these mutual? Whose trust issues are these? It could be an air sign. Dominant air energy. Somebody, it's whoever's flighty. For many of you, I do feel it's your person's trust issues about something. What are these trust issues about? Tell me more about trust issues about what? Ooh, it could be related to a King of Wands personality, or just somebody that's really charismatic. You know, this could be how they see you. You know, they could see you as somebody that's really outgoing, or they could just, your person could just be really leery of, you know, King of Wands energy just in general, okay? Very popular, outgoing, charismatic, attractive, okay? It could be that your person, especially if they're the divine masculine, if they're the masculine in this connection, they might be leery of other masculines, okay? Especially attractive, charismatic, magnetic ones. Tell me about I'm feeling on top of the world. Someone might just have trust issues with men or masculine energies overall. I'm hearing somebody say something along the lines of they're wondering whether or not it's love bombing, like, you know, because somebody in a King of Wands energy, now notice it did come up upright. I do read reversals, and so this is, you know, the King of Wands energy, when it's showing up in the upright position, is a master of that energy. It's not in dysfunction. And so, you know, this could be people complimenting, you know, but there's an energy coming through of like motives, like why are you complimenting me? Why are you showing me attention? That's coming through for somebody, okay? Just wanting to believe the compliments, but always wondering like what's underneath that, you know, what's, again, self-limiting beliefs, inner demons, trust issues overall, okay? Tell me more about I'm feeling on top of the world. Okay. This feels like more like your person wanting to kind of like keep a low profile with the Five of Swords in the reverse. If this is talking about you, this may be why they haven't reached out, is they're kind of wanting, like, it's kind of giving me that energy of like they're happy, not necessarily happy, but they're finding peace in the stillness and in the silence, because this is talking about their honest, real, true thoughts and feelings towards you specifically, pile one. So, you know, again, with your person saying that they're remembering or focusing on the bad times, I mean, this could be your person saying, you know, things are really peaceful in the absence of you and in this connection. There's no fighting, there's no bickering, there's no constantly being questioned. Tell me more about, let's see, still battling addiction and inner demons. Still battling addiction. Oh, okay. They're not wanting to talk about that. I'm seeing like that emoji where it's like the zip, you know, lips are zipped, but we're here to get the tea. So talk to me. Oh. Remember how we had the King of Wands in the upright position come up with trust issues, okay? Your person could have a real problem with just kind of fire energy type people that are just really confident, grounded in their self-worth, charismatic, buoyant, right? Energy, you know, and something, and then, but with still battling addiction and inner demons, this is tied specifically, possibly, like I said, it could be a type, or it could be one specific person, okay? Wand energy is fire, so Aries, Leo, Sag, and then we also saw the King of Wands that was coming up earlier. You know, that's a divine pair. That's a perfect match. You know, that might be how your person sees you, as like a perfect match for them, but for some reason, pile one, they're not trusting it, okay? There's something about fire energy, people who are just outgoing naturally, just naturally charismatic. Again, questioning motives. Why are you complimenting other people? Why are you being so friendly with other people? You know, let's see, amazing chemistry. I can see that with the energies that have already come out. You know, if there's somebody, well, yeah, let's see, because that was talking about their trust issues. Tell me more about amazing chemistry. They're seeing you as the Queen of Wands, okay? So whether, yeah, so you fit into like still battling addiction and inner demons. They could have trust issues with you specifically, but I feel like it's more because you kind of fit into a type. Like you're somebody that your person sees as very attractive, very magnetic, maybe even outgoing. This is how they see you, right? Like they are very much attracted to you with amazing chemistry here. Okay. No shortage of options, right? And then let's see what's going on with always checking your social media. They don't trust it. And I'm even gonna, for some of you, it's like they don't trust you, okay? Now, again, they're not viewing you in the distortion of your energy. You know, you're coming out as the Queen of Wands in the upright position both times that energy came out. And so it's not necessarily that you're doing anything wrong, but they're looking at things like maybe just how friendly you are to other people, maybe how you might have a natural tendency to compliment people, to encourage people, motivate people, inspire people. And for some reason, your person's like very leery of that. They don't trust it, okay? Again, they question motives, all right? Always checking your social media. Is there anything you want to add to that? That's their kind of, especially if you guys are not talking right now, or there's something going on in this connection where maybe there's separation or just there's stagnancy happening here. Your person actually checks your social media as a way to keep themselves balanced. Okay, with temperance energy here, that Sagittarius energy coming through. Tell me more about checking social media. Tell me more about temperance as it's clarifying. Always checking social media. Ooh, what am I hearing? I'm hearing a song. Oh man, shit. Give me a minute, you guys. I gotta find that song because it's coming through. Okay, I found it. It took me a minute. It's called I've Been Waiting, featuring Fall Out Boy, Lil Peep, and I Love McCannon. Anyway, it's I've Been Waiting. Just if you want to check it out, I've Been Waiting by Lil Peep, featuring Fall Out Boy. But yeah, the lyrics to that song, there's a part where that talks about, hold on, let me find it. I haven't heard this song in so long, so it took me a minute. There's something in here about being addicted. Yeah, it says addicted to the pain that you just made me love. I'm fiending for your touch on the daily. You're the only one that I want. This is how your person sees you. You're somebody who is very attractive, right? And there may even be, your person might even be feeling addicted to you, right? Addicted to the chemistry between the two of you. I'm telling you, but there's something here that your person's not trusting it, right? And where that's coming from, it's coming from a space of I know I'm going to get hurt. Like if I allow myself to really just kind of surrender and let go into this connection with pile one, I'm going to get hurt, right? And I feel like it has something to do with your ability to turn heads, to capture attention. These trust issues are mainly your person's, but the reason why they check your social media could have something to do with seeing or making sure that you're not, maybe romantically or sexually entertaining someone else or looking for evidence of that. But the motivation feels more like that's your way, like your person's motivation for, checking your social media is a way to kind of settle themselves back, right? With that, that temperance energy, balancing themselves back out, making sure that everything is the way your person thinks it's supposed to be. Tell me more about I'm waiting for the right time for what? Waiting for the right time for what? The right time for what, please? Yeah, go check the lyrics out to that song. I will say it is a little bit confusing with that song, and so that might be something about what you guys are experiencing with this person too. It makes sense to your person, but to you, you're like, I don't get it, right? You can get the gist of maybe how your person is feeling towards you, but it's like there's something in the way that they might be communicating that, whether it's indirectly or directly, where you're like, do you like me or not? It's kind of like, it's kind of like that. Let's see. I'm waiting for the right time for what? This could be talking about, if they know that if you are dating somebody else, or, maybe they're looking to, until they can embody this King of Wands energy. Tell me more about the King of Wands as it's waiting for the right time to take action or to make a move towards you in this connection. The King of Wands is all about action, taking aligned action. All right. Waiting for the right moment to strike. A lot of fire energy coming out in this reading. Aries, Leo, Sag. For some of you, your person could be waiting, until you get out of an existing relationship if they see that, you're with someone else. For those of you where that doesn't resonate, your person could just be waiting for the right time until they feel stable, they feel aligned to take action towards you in this connection. But with the Four of Wands being in the reverse, they're not quite ready yet. Okay, they're not ready to take action. They want to. The desire for that is there. But there may be some things that they're needing to get in order. There may be some, ways of thinking or ways of being that they need to really get a handle on. Tell me more about I don't know what to do or what to say. Yeah, you may not, or this is how your person might be seeing that, because now we got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. they don't know how to approach an energy like yours. They don't know how to approach you. If they don't know how to approach you, they don't know how to maintain you, okay? This feels more like they don't know what to do, because wand energy, fire energy, is all about taking action, and not just any action, but aligned action, okay? Now we have the Queen of Wands showing up in the reverse, and in this context, it feels like your person doesn't know what to do with an energy like yours. Okay, either they don't know how to approach you or an energy like a Queen of Wands, or they don't know how to sustain an energy like a Queen of Wands. They don't know how to maintain a connection with a Queen of Wands energy. Okay, your person overall, pile one, is just very like, why am I hearing knee deep? They're saying they're knee deep. Okay, that's very specific, but they're saying I'm just knee deep, not neck deep, right? I'm just knee deep in self-sabotage. So your person could actually be somehow maybe trying to work through some of this addiction or inner, demon, like battling the addiction or inner demons message that's coming out here. They might be trying to work through that. Whereas maybe before, they were like neck deep in, self-sabotage and things like that. Now they're saying it's only like knee deep, like they're getting themselves out of it, but they're still dealing with that lens. It's still there, okay? They're still looking at this connection through the lens of having some really deep-seated trust issues. Focusing on the bad times. Let's see what that's about, and then we'll close your guys' reading. It's not at the bottom of the deck, so let's find out. There we go. Five of Swords in the reverse again. Now, even if the two of you aren't, like, if you guys didn't have any kind of, outward problems with each other, if there was not arguing or bickering or anything like that, your person could just be legitimately blowing things up, in their mind to make it a lot worse than what it was. They might, they might have seen you very active on social media talking to other people and just like making that mean something in their head that didn't necessarily have to be true. But with remembering and focusing on the bad times, what they're focusing on is just how at peace they feel now, possibly in the absence of this connection. But it feels like it might be tied to potential threats to this connection in the form of like third-party energies on your side. Like that's a fear, right? And so now it's like they're not talking to you. You guys aren't really having a lot to do with each other. It's to them, it's almost like, yeah, they like the chemistry that the two of you have. They think you're very handsome or beautiful, magnetic, charming, all that stuff. And it's almost like they would rather not, right? With the Queen of Wands in the reverse energy coming through, they might prefer somebody who doesn't know that they're as attractive as they are. Somebody who isn't, So again, what's coming through is the ugly duckling. I don't want to call it a syndrome because it's not, but people who are, attractive but don't know how attractive they are. See, your person is clocking you as somebody who knows exactly how attractive they are, who they're capable of pulling, the kinds of, they see you as someone who knows that they're high value, okay? Your person, for whatever reason, is not trusting that, but it feels like what your person isn't trusting is your ability to attract someone else. So there really is something going on with your person. You really challenge their own self-esteem, okay? Yeah. Anything else about, why is this Five of Swords in the reverse keep popping up in regards to pile one's person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one? Why does the Five of Swords in the reverse keep popping up? Okay, Death in the reverse. Yeah, I'm telling you, your person isn't necessarily wanting this connection to be over, but that's what they don't trust. They don't trust loss. They don't trust that they're not going to lose you possibly to someone else. This feels like your person fears competition. Competition for you. Competition for your attention. competition for, occupying a specific role in your life as, your divine counterpart. All right, pile one. That was your reading. Oh, and then we have, yeah, with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, this is your person's energy, like wanting to, like, for your person, they don't want it to be over. They want the ability to come back, okay, with the Eight of Cups showing up in the reverse. They don't want it to be over, but they do fear you possibly leaving them to be with someone else, okay? All right, thanks, pile one, for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, do me a favor, please smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Hit the subscribe button to become part of the family if you haven't already done so. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Hey, pile two, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're back doing another Pick a Card Love reading, tapping into and channeling your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards you in the connection at this point in time. This is one of those readings I do on a weekly basis, just, an energy check-in basically to see where your person's at. So just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading, so anything that resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. I have a lot of readings in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, and I actually added some more readings to the $25 category, so go see which ones most fit your needs. All right, you guys, you are drawn to the Black Obsidian Kitty, and then your person's overall energy towards you and the connection. We have a burst of magic. The number 48 could be significant. The number 12 or the number 3. Let's see what the book has to say about a burst of magic. It says key concepts. An epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. Your purpose as a gift bestowed upon you, cultivating conscious contact with a higher power. Coming to know what calls to you and lights you up. Okay. Let's see. Sometimes you may find that something you'd been pondering or a dilemma you'd let go of revisits you without warning. It may hit you while you're thinking about nothing, or the trigger may be just the right words arising in a conversation, book, or blog. An epiphany strikes like a lightning bolt, waking you up to a truth that has previously eluded you. It's as if the whole world stops in that moment as you integrate the missing pieces of the puzzle you were meant to solve all along. This is such a time for you now. Answers are coming directly from source and being downloaded into you with such force of conviction that you cannot be the same again. Be grateful for this beautiful burst of magic. It is not an everyday gift. Inherent in this is the knowledge that Spirit is always listening to you. Spirit is your loving partner, reminding you that you are not alone. Even when it appears that you are trapped, you always have a key to unlock the solution if you cultivate the willingness to be open to and in tune with Source. The answers you seek come when you stop looking for them. Be mindful today. When information pops up out of the blue, pay attention. The action you need to take will become obvious as you integrate this magical wisdom. Regardless of the subject of your inquiry, you will be transformed. Only good will come of this. Okay. So yeah, it feels like your person may have gotten some kind of an epiphany regarding you recently. That's what they're dealing with now. Let's find out. What's going on with pile two's person's energy? True thoughts, feelings towards pile two and the connection at this time. Pile two's person's. They might be still seeking answers or trying to figure something out. We'll see. Because I just heard something about still feeling like left in the dark or left out in the cold or something. Okay, this is their energy, thoughts and feelings towards you. Pile one's or pile two's person. Okay, we got living single. Pile two's person's true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile two, please. Okay, so your person might be still trying to figure out like what was the purpose of this connection, or there's the epiphany though. Hold on, you guys, let me. Yeah, all right. Okay, so yes, they have had an epiphany when it comes to you in this connection. I'm hearing two things. So up here, okay, let me tell you what's out on the board. We got living single. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm not a safe space for you. This feels like a layered epiphany, okay? We also have let's spend more quality time together. You'll hear from me soon. I'll get timing with that one, okay? And then to close the reading out, we have two cards that are coming out together that says, I don't know what I want. You should let me go. Okay, so yes, there's a couple of things going on with your person when it comes to their thoughts and their feelings about you. A lot of information coming through. Wrong person, or right person, wrong time. Okay, with you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. This feels like that's the layered. I feel like these two are the epiphany. It's like your person realizing like you're everything they could have ever wanted. Even if that's not the case, for some of you, your person may, you may not, God, there's so much energy coming towards me. I'm seeing the scene in Fools Rush In where Matthew Perry's character is telling Salma Hayek's character, which I think is Isabel. No, yeah, her name is Isabel in the movie. And he's telling Isabel that, she's everything he never knew that he always wanted, right? So, your person could have had some kind of an idea in their head of who they thought their perfect counterpart would be, or their ideal partner would be. And while you don't fit that initial concept, it's like you are everything that they've ever wanted. They just didn't know that they want it. Now that, now looking back, your person is saying it's like you're the best thing that's ever happened to them, and you're also everything that they never knew they always wanted, right? And so there is energies here. If your person rejected you, or you're feeling rejected from this person, that was coming from a space of your person trying to fit you in some kind of a box, right? I'm seeing somebody with a checklist, and it's like there's some things on that checklist that you just did not meet. But what your person is saying is, they didn't know. That's how it's coming through. You're everything that they never knew they always wanted. Okay, so yes, I am seeing they had a concept in their mind of who their perfect partner would be. You didn't meet that list, but you are still what they're seeing as somebody that's, somehow, way, shape, or form, they're seeing you as the best thing that's ever happened to them. Okay, but for whatever reason, your person is saying like, I'm not a safe space for you. Okay. They may have had this epiphany after it's been too late. I feel like there's separation between the two of you, especially with you'll hear from me soon. We have let's spend more quality time together. So, I mean, yeah, your person is maybe wanting to introduce, or their thoughts and feelings, right? This is just kind of what they're mulling over in their mind. Just because they're thinking these things or even feeling these things doesn't mean, it doesn't indicate follow through. You'll have to go check out one of my other videos, one of the where it talks about like their next move, what their actual next moves are going to be. But in their head and in their heart, you are somebody that they would enjoy spending more quality time with. And for what I'm hearing for some of you is like introducing consistency into the mix, okay? Quality time in terms of consistent. And yeah, they're also saying maybe some more one-on-one time too. But let's find out what's going on with quality time. Tell me more. Yeah, you know what? They love the way that they feel when they're around you. And with the King of Wands here, you know, this feels like they want to direct that energy towards you. So, you know, the King of Wands is somebody that takes very aligned action, okay? They take action and it's aligned. They could want to spend more time making you feel special, making you feel chosen, making you feel attractive, okay, desired, all that good stuff. Maybe, you know, if there's any anxieties that you have regarding this person in this connection, they might want to spend some quality time to kind of help ease that up for you. Let's see, living single, is there anything? So, you know, your person, I'll be honest, pile one, they're not, and for those of you, this probably isn't, you know, news, right? You know, your person is not seeing themselves as your significant other. Yeah, they see you as somebody that they have maybe some awesome chemistry with. They definitely are wanting to spend more time with you, but they're not seeing this as a committed relationship, okay? But for many of you, I think you already know that. The Four of Cups wanted to pop out with that. Your person at this point in time, yeah, it feels like right person, wrong time, okay? Your person might be refusing or just, I mean, yeah, refusing opportunities to make it anything more than what it is. You know, for a lot of you, this could be something that's more casual, something that's like friends with benefits. You know, they could, you know, they could have, this could just be more of a friend zone type of a thing too, right? Why is I'm not a safe space here? But for you in this connection specifically, your person isn't in a head space or a heart space to commit to this connection. They're still in a head space and a heart space of living single, okay? They are not seeing themselves as your significant other. Tell me about I'm not a safe space for you. Actually, tell me about you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Tell me about that. Pile two's person. Tell me about why pile two thinks and feels this way. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Tell me about that. Ooh, yeah, you make them feel really good with the King of Wands coming out again, okay? And that may be why they want to spend more quality time with you, because you do make them feel, very valued and desired, and you may just, you know, boost this person's ego in some way, shape, or form. They like the way they feel when they're with you. And your person could be crediting you, okay, okay? They could be crediting you with helping them to tap back into their own King of Wands energy, okay? Maybe you in some way, shape, or form help to remind them, like they're able to be reminded of, you know, their own attractiveness. This really has, I have another card in this deck that talks about feeling on top of the world. That feels like it's the underlying message, like you're the one that kind of connected them to that part of themselves. You like awakened their inner King of Wands, and because of that, they feel, you know, they feel you boost them in some way. You boost their ego, you boost their self-esteem, you boost their confidence. You know, just be very mindful, because some of the other energies here, I'm not picking up a lot of their actual feelings, like in a lot of emotional feelings. Like it seems here what you do for your person and what they're really valuing with you is how you make them feel about themselves, okay? You do something to this person's energy that like revitalizes them, makes them feel better about themselves. You connect them into this King of Wands energy within themselves, and You know, it's almost like they get kind of a high from it, but just understand where that's coming from, because I'm not seeing any actual, you know, heart-based feelings coming out so far. It feels more ego-based with your person, okay? Tell me about I'm not a safe space for you. Yeah, okay. What I'm hearing is that it's not so much about their thoughts and their feelings about you, like they're, you know, it's more about how you make them feel about themselves. So if you were to ask this person what they love about you or what they like about you, it wouldn't, it's not, at least what I'm seeing here, they wouldn't be pointing towards like things specific to you. It would be, they would talk about how you make them feel about themselves, if that makes any sense, okay? So be very careful about that. Tell me about I'm not a safe space for you. I just saw the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands reverse. Like they're not putting any energy into being a committed, exclusive, monogamous energy in this connection with you. Okay, anything to add for that? Your person may not want to be telling you that though, right? If this is something that your person is consciously aware of, for some of you, I do feel like that's the case. They're not wanting you to know that. They're not wanting you to know that, at least at this point in time, there doesn't seem to be any intention of taking this connection out of like anything. There doesn't seem to be any intention from your person to make this connection something that's committed, monogamous, consistent. Yeah, they do want to spend more quality time with you, but I feel like what's holding up the line with your person is they want to make sure like you're not going to get the wrong idea about that, okay? They love the way that they feel when they're in your presence. They love whatever it is you do to their energy. You give them a boost, you give them energy. They love it. Let me see. Tell me about I'm not a safe space for you. See, they don't want you to know that though, because they're afraid like if you really knew that that's how they felt, like it was more about how you made them feel than it is about how they feel about you. They're afraid you would take your energy away and not give them that energetic boost anymore. Tell me about I'm not a safe space for you. Your person's not wanting to talk about that. They don't want you to know that. Ah, that did want to come out. Oh no, this is something different. Okay. Same energy though. What was it? The Strength card was wanting to come out, but actually the Knight of Wands clarifying this makes a lot more sense. There's a lot of pride and ego. Your person is not ready. They're still a Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, I mean, it's in the upright position, so it's not the distorted energy of a Knight of Wands, but this is someone that isn't ready to settle down. Okay? So, I mean, this isn't necessarily, it's not a you thing. It's it's, you know, it's a them thing. They're not ready to settle down. They're not ready to commit. Just as an overall energy. What I saw earlier with the King of Pentacles and then the Eight of Wands in the reverse, it's like they're almost stopping themselves from being a King of Pentacles energy in, at least in this connection, right? But your person is saying they're not a safe space for you specifically because they know what you expect. They know what you want, right? And it's like they're just not ready and or willing to give up their single card yet, okay? There's a message coming through. They're not entirely sold. This is, you know, I'm just keeping it real. This is real honest thoughts and feelings, right? Your person isn't 100% sold on whether or not you're the one for them. But they love the way you make them feel about themselves, okay? With this Knight of Wands energy, even though, yes, it is in the upright position, okay, it's not distorted. This is somebody that still has their eye towards other options, wanting to leave the door open in case, you know, somebody else that they feel might be more matched or aligned to them, or whatever, right? There's something here about keeping options open with coming through with this Knight of Wands energy. Oh, okay. Knight of Cups in the reverse. No. Yeah, they're not, you know, you guys, this is just an honest reading. For your person, this isn't about love, okay? For your person. Their honest, true thoughts and feelings. It's not about love for them. It is about attraction, but most of it is about how you make them feel about themselves, okay? Tell me about, let's see. Tell me about, what do I want to... With I don't know what I want coming out with you should let me go. This is your person saying, okay? Again, they're not sold. Now, they're not saying that they have, you know, meaning like they're not entirely sold that, like that you're the one, but they're also not, they haven't decided that you're not. It's still kind of like an open question whether or not you might be. Yes, your person has had some epiphanies and stuff like that regarding this connection, and that could be one of them. One of the epiphanies might be, you know, as much as they like being in your energy, as much as they like the way that they feel when they're around you, your person might still be hanging on to that ideal, right? That we talked about earlier, the ideal that they had. Which feels like it's coming from a place of ego and maybe even pride. But I mean, you know, that could just be preferences. Your person could just have some specific preferences, and some of those preferences, it's like there's some boxes you're not ticking for your person, whatever those preferences might be. Okay. And so, you know, your person is basically coming through, you know, yeah, Knight energy, but I feel like they're being honest about it in terms of saying, like, you know, I'm not sure, I'm not, you know, being honest and saying, you know, they're not completely bought and sold on the fact that you're the one they want to end up with. And so having said that, your person is letting you know, pile 2, if you're wanting that from them now, it's like, it's just best that maybe you let them go and go look for what you're really wanting in another connection. Because at least where they're concerned, it's like they don't have it to give, and if they have it to give, they don't want to give it, okay? Just being honest. But your person is saying you are going to hear from them again. You know, when it gets to be a little bit too cold out there, or they're not finding the warmth, you know, now I'm seeing... There's a movie called He's Just Not That Into You, and there's one of the couples, it's Scarlett Johansson, and I forget who that other guy is. Scarlett Johansson's character, you know, kind of goes back and forth with this person, and the only thing she likes about this guy, and I'm not saying, like, I'm kind of giving you an idea, I'm not saying this is exactly how your person feels about you, but you know, when she's needing attention, or she's feeling low vibe, or just bad about herself, she'll go and mess with, you know, kind of like a friends with benefits person. And that's kind of what feels like, you know, your person's doing here with you. It's like when they're not getting what they want from other people or from someone else, or if they're just missing the kind of specific confidence boosting energy that you give, that's when they come, right? That's when you're going to hear from them, is when they're feeling low on energy. It's not about you, okay? They're not reaching out because, you know, they see you as somebody that just cannot be replaced and this and that. It's like they need you to boost them up, or maybe other people have dropped them down. These are some blunt, harsh messages coming through pile 2, you know, but that's that's what we're doing here, right? We're getting the raw, honest truth. Can I get actual timing though for those who care to have it? Give me some actual timing. There's just a big cautionary flag waving here for you guys, pile 2, just to know, you know, this is where your person's at with you in this connection. It doesn't feel like it has anything it doesn't have anything a lot to do with you. It has everything to do with you kind of reminding your person, you know, of their own inner King of Wands energy, which can be addicting to somebody who isn't naturally tapped into that, right? Timing for your hear from me soon. Give me some actual timing, please. Yeah, when they're ready, okay? When they are ready to, when they need that boost again with the King of Wands energy. Now, this could also talk about, you could hear from this person during a fire sign season, okay? At the time of this reading, which is a timeless reading, okay? So, Leo season would be the next fire sign season, but it's just whenever you're watching this video, it'll be the next fire sign season. Okay, that, and or I'm also hearing 4 weeks. So between like 1 and, what is it 3 months that cycles through, between 1 and 3 months, the next fire sign season. We'll just leave it at that, okay? Anything to add for I don't know what I want and you should let me go? Oh my gosh. Come on, the King of Wands energy again. You guys, what this feels like is you boost them up. They come to you when they need fuel. You fuel them up, and then they go and give that energy to other people. Or you fuel them up, and then they're like, okay, thanks, right? And then just go and live their life and be in their world. It doesn't feel like they're including you in their world, right? Because honestly, this is all that they're wanting from you in this connection, is just to be filled back up whenever the world kind of like depletes them down. This is because your person isn't naturally tapped into their own inner King of Wands energy, and whoever they might be dealing with outside of this connection doesn't tap them into their inner King of Wands energy either, okay? Yeah. Why is the King of Wands clarifying this energy, please? That's why that burst of magic is there, because you do. When they need a burst of energy or a burst of magic, they'll come to you. When they need a boost, they'll come to you. Tell me more about the King of Wands clarifying these 2 cards here, please. Yeah, with the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Oh man, that's terrible. What I'm seeing is like you'll boost them up. You'll boost their energy, and then they'll go and give it to like just the world in general. They don't give it to this connection with the 8 of Wands here. They don't share that King of Wands energy that you boost, right? They don't share that with you. They share it with other people. And then when they get depleted, they come back to you to get boosted again. But they're with the 8 of Wands in the reverse here. This is what's delaying them from coming to you, is, if, you know, only when their ego tank is empty do they come back and, you know, come back to you into this connection. Because there's something about your energy that balances your person back out. I just saw Sagittarius with Temperance. With shutting down, showing up at the bottom of the deck, that's just your person's orientation towards this connection right now. They're shut down towards it. They're shut down towards it because they haven't been depleted yet. They'll open back up to this connection. And yes, right when I said that, the 5 of Pentacles came up again. They're shut down towards it because they're spending that energy that you boosted on other things or other people. With the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, though, it could be talking about, I mean, You know, if there is a connection outside of this one that maybe your person tends to see more as home, they could be using that energy to fuel their connection with someone else, or they could be using the energy that you boost within them to fuel like maybe their own finances, their career and stuff like that. A lot of this could be happening, you know, just beneath the surface. For some of you, your person may not know that that's what they're doing, okay? But there is kind of like a trigger when your person gets to feeling really low, when their energy has been depleted. That's when that desire to want to reach out to you comes from. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Your person may not be doing that on purpose. It may not be a conscious thing that they are aware of, but that is what's happening. All right, you guys. Pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so by smashing the like button. Smashing the subscribe button. And don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys at your next reading. Bye. Pile 3, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We're tapping in and channeling through your person's true, honest thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection. So keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading. So if it resonates, take it, run with it, claim it, do whatever you want with it. If it's not resonating, or if something just isn't landing quite right, you can drop that, leave it behind for the people that it resonates for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to exclude everybody else's energy and just tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box. I have a lot of readings in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. And I actually added more $25 readings to the mix. So go check them out. See which one fits your guys' needs, okay? You guys were drawn to the Rose Quartz Flame. Put that over here. Your person's overall energy towards you and the connection, we have body and soul. The number 5 could be significant. That can also talk about maybe a shift and a change happening in this connection. Maybe some kind of, I don't want to say conflict. There could be some stuff stirring up in this connection, though, that feels uncomfortable. Let's find out what's going on with body and soul. This is your person's energy towards you and towards the connection. All right, key concepts. It says taking care of yourself, seeing yourself as a complete package, body not separate from soul, centered in your sense of self, comfortable in your body, your authentic identity, physical health. Okay, so it continues on to say, extreme self-care is called for when you receive this card. Answer truthfully. Are you taking care of yourself? Your first choice may be to care for others before meeting your own needs. Check in with yourself. Are you experiencing halt, which means hunger, anger, loneliness, or tiredness? This card is a signal that it's time to take a break from your current focus and get busy taking care of you because you are worthy of this care. What simple things require your attention so you can function optimally in your world and live your best life a day at a time? Another message that this card holds is about how you live with authenticity. Can you be at ease within yourself, you doing you with pride and self-worth? Remember, you are a soul that manifests through a body, a spiritual being having a human experience, and that means you are here on purpose, even if there are days when you wonder about that. There is an intentionality to your being here now, just the way you are in this time in our collective story. You being here is important, for you are a precious being with a purpose, even if it seems elusive some days. Just know that life loves you. With that in mind, your job is to do your part to make your experience a healthy one. How do you nourish your body, mind, and soul is directly related to how you experience your life. It's time to put yourself first, then everything will fall beautifully into place. And so your person may be in the space right now just kind of focusing on themselves rather than focusing on this connection. if there were any, like if there was a bad breakup between the two of you, they could be nursing their wounds, licking their wounds. They could be in a time or a period of recovery. Your person could be overcoming some kind of a sickness or some kind of an illness at the moment. For some of you, your person may have recently had some kind of a procedure done that they are in the process of recovering from or healing from. And the reason why that's coming out is anything that's coming out, it's being channeled because it is having some kind of an effect on this connection with you. Okay, so overall what it feels like is your person could be just focusing on self because there might be things going on with their health, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, energetic, spiritual, right, that are getting in the way of this connection or is like influencing this connection in some way, shape, or form. We'll find out, okay? Pile 3's person's true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 3 and the connection done with third parties. Okay. Pile 3's person. Pile 3 person's true, honest thoughts and feelings towards shutting down. Okay, yeah. So this could be also saying, like, if they're not talking to you, they're also coming through energetically saying they're not talking to anybody, okay? Your person could be, they could be in some kind of a funk. Mentally, physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. Let's continue. True, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 3 and your connection with pile 3, please. True, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 3. I'm distracted. Yeah, I can sense that. Let's get 3 more. You'll hear from me soon. Okay, we'll get timing with that. No one compares to you. So I'm also hearing that coupled with done with third parties, your person saying there is no one else. If that is something that you're thinking or wondering about, your person is saying there isn't anyone else. It's not, they're not being distracted by third parties. For many of you, your person is being distracted by maybe a want and a desire and a need to optimize their own health, okay, in some way, shape, or form. Let's get more. For some of you, I'm hearing financially. They're distracted by trying to optimize their financial health, okay? Oh, look at that. This is, you're my peaceful escape and my happy place. I'm actually going to put that off to the side. Let's get one more. True, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 3. Oh, okay. This is what they're trying to become for themselves. There was a reason why I felt, yeah, this was being flagged. Your person is saying, not that they don't appreciate you being a happy place for them, but it's like they can't reciprocate that because they're not a happy space for themselves. You can't give to somebody else what you don't have available for yourself. And so this is what your person's being distracted by. They're trying to become a happy space for themselves, okay? I'm hearing your person say it's really dark in here. For some of you, that could be talking about their mental space, their emotional space. They could be dealing with maybe some, like, trying to work through some, like, shadow work, abandonment wounds, attachment issues and stuff like that. Okay, pile 3's person's true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 3. Give me one more. Your person is saying that you do make them really, you feel good to your person. Your energy feels warm and fuzzy. They love the way that they feel when they are in your presence and spending time with you. But there is something here about your person is like they're just not able maybe to sustain that on their own. Like maybe they get some kind of a boost from spending time with you, but there's something about them, like understanding and realizing like they can't, where they're at health wise, they can't reciprocate that for you, okay? You could be somebody that is very consistent, you're very reliable when it comes to your person and your connection with them, but they're like, they can't be the same thing for you. And your person is starting to understand, like they, you know, until they're able to be, you know, a happy place for themselves, they're not going to be able to be a happy place for you. Okay, let me get one more. Oh, yeah. Okay. You make me feel like royalty, okay? So you make your person feel like they're a king or a queen or like they're royalty, but the 1 foot in, 1 foot out is, you know, I'm hearing rocking the boat. The 1 foot in, 1 foot out keeps rocking the boat. You know what else is coming up too with I'm distracted and you're my peaceful thing? Your person might be like, they feel so good when they're in your energy, or they feel so good when they're in your presence. It's like they feel like maybe you distract them from other things they're supposed to be doing, like their own healing. Like they feel like you might be distracting them from their own healing journey. They could also feel like you distract them from like maybe some of the, like their financial pursuits or business pursuits or something like that, okay? They are flagging this connection for some reason, shutting down to it, okay? They are shutting down to this connection for some reason. You make your person feel so good, pile 3, so good. The way that they feel when they are with you, they don't feel with anyone else, with no one compares to you. Okay, but they are not yet, for whatever reason, all in when it comes to this connection. Okay, let's see. I'll just put that there. Let's do some clarifying, see what's going on. Shutting down. Why is this here? Why are you shutting down, or why are you shut down towards this connection? I have a feeling it's got something to do, well, it could have something to do with whatever's distracting them. We'll get to that too. Tell me more about shutting down. Ooh, okay. What's this 9 of Wands here? Tell me more about the 9 of Wands as it's clarifying shutting down. This feels like they're on the verge of giving up. Okay. Anxiety, okay? Yeah, that's mental health. Your person could have some mental health problems. They could have issues with trying to get something in their business or their finances or their career, like really going, like getting something in their financial world up off the ground, or you know, just nothing they do when it comes to their financial health really seems to stick. And they could be dealing with some kind of financial, you know, emergency right now. That's why they're shutting down. It's not that they're, yes, they are shut down towards you and towards this connection as far as like their thoughts and their feelings go. They're not really, that's not where their energy is going. It's going towards, it feels like something more related to work and business and finance, okay? They could be dealing with a true financial emergency at this point in time, okay? That could also be talking about, like, you know, if there is any anxiety or worry that is tied to this connection, they shut it down. They don't allow themselves to feel it. Okay. Tell me about I'm distracted. What's that? Work. They're feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, too stressed out. Yeah, they're shut down because of what they're dealing with outside of this connection. Too much on their plate. Too many responsibilities. They're feeling overwhelmed. I'm hearing, okay, overworked. They're feeling overworked. All right. Tell me more about you'll hear from me soon. Let's see if we can get timing with that. When? Very soon. Okay. It could be in little as 1 day to 1 week. You're going to hear from this person very, very soon, fast. Okay. This could also be telling you that the energy they're going to be reaching out for, you know, they might be looking for some sexy time. All right, pile 3. But it could be the Ace of Wands. You know, aces are wands. So wand energy is the second fastest moving energy of all 4 elements. It usually, it can be days or weeks, right? And so anywhere between 1 day and 1 week, you'll hear from this person. Tops, it'll be the next fire sign season. Okay, this is a timeless reading. So at the time that we're filming this, I believe we're in Cancer season. So, you know, Leo season is the next season after Cancer. So there's your timing on that one. Tell me about no one compares to you. Tell me about the Page of Wands in the reverse, as it is clarifying no one compares to you. That could be for those of you maybe where, you know, if you have kids, okay? If you guys have kids together, that for some reason that is very important to your person. Not for you get what I'm saying, because a lot of people have kids with people, and it's like they don't care about the connection that they have with their, you know, the other parents. But for those of you where you do, like you're a co-parent with your person, they actually, you know, their connection with you is very important to them, and that's a part of it. Okay. But for the Page of Wands in the reverse, clarify the Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Oh, okay. This is not something, so the fact that they're saying that no one compares to you, this is not something that they're communicating at all. They're not even giving you an inkling that this is how they feel with the Page of Wands in the reverse. We also have the Page of Cups in the reverse. They're not communicating this to you at all. Pages for me as a reader talks about messages, right? Yeah, so I mean, they're not telling you that they love you or that they care about you. They may not be showing it, or it's almost like they feel this way, that no one compares to you. They hold you in this connection in a high regard, but they don't act like it. They don't talk like it. They don't behave like it. Okay? They hold back a lot in this connection. There may not be any flirting happening between the two of you. There may not be any kind of like expressions of affection coming from your person, and this is why they're overwhelmed and they're distracted by other responsibilities. Okay, could be involving their kids. Okay, that's something else too. Like, yeah, you know, a lot of their time and their attention has something to do with work. Okay, and if they have kids, that's part of that. Okay. You're my peaceful escape and happy place. Is that reflecting Pile 3's person's thoughts and feelings towards? Yes, that is. Yeah, it is. They do feel like that about you. You are their peaceful escape and their happy place. So, you're the one that makes them feel like royalty. specifically a King of Wands energy, okay? You make your person feel valued, you make them feel important, you make them feel chosen and desired, and you motivate them and you inspire them. You give them, I'm hearing you give them life. Oh, wow. Like life and energy, okay? They do. They feel more like themselves when they're around you, but what's coming through is your person is trying to figure out how to generate that within themselves rather than becoming codependent on somebody else's energy for that. Okay. For some of you. For others of you, it's just, you know, your person is trying to embody this King of Wands energy. Why is 1 foot in and 1 foot out here, please? Okay. You know, there's other things taking priority for your person when it comes to this connection. Is this connection one you would want to prioritize? Do you want to prioritize your connection with pile 3 at some point? They don't really have any thoughts or feelings about that at this point in time. I feel like everything that's going on with your person outside of this connection, being overworked, overly stressed, dealing with too much on their plate, it's like they're not even worried about that right now. But what is this underlying energy? Subtle. What is this energy I'm picking up on? They're not making any commitments that they're not sure they're going to be able to uphold. Okay. You know, what's coming through, I'll just be honest, pile 3, they're not sure if this connection is something they're wanting to prioritize, but a lot of that could be because your person is under some kind of stress and pressure, mentally, financially, physically, emotionally, all of the above. All right, you guys. Pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. And look, at the bottom of the deck, it's the 10 of Wands again. Yeah, this is your person's issue right there. They got too much on their plate, too many responsibilities they're dealing with, too many things going up in the air. They're not even really allowing themselves to deal with anything beyond all of these, whatever these wands represent, okay? Responsibilities, work, stress, feeling overburdened, overworked, all that stuff. Okay, but if you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.